Sorry, going to be tricky for the Morphling. Not so tricky for the Puck. But of course, Puck does need to be quick with his fingers, because if he gets caught out by the Morphling with these ethereal blades and adaptive strikes, then Puck will struggle. But it's pretty easy to dodge. They've got nice long projectile times and cast animations as well, so fairly easy to play your way around it. And now Team Emperor are going to pick up this Doom as well, which I'm kind of surprised wasn't banned out after the Morphling pickup, because this is a very popular hero versus the Morph. Obviously, if he gets his Strength Morph off beforehand, then...
This means mid-puck?
It does indeed, yeah. Wow. A blast from the past.
Versus a Razor.
Okay. Not a horrible lane for the Puck to be against. Not the dream.
No, yeah.
We talk about the Spirit Breaker pickup, though. This seems super under our radar right now, but
yeah.
Team Singularity have picked up a Spirit Breaker, which I think is one of VGM's favorite heroes, so I'm glad we finally get to see it.
It'll provide, again, a utility against Lifestealer through spell immunity, piercing, disable. So that's one purpose of it. I also think that Spirit Breaker is underrated. I think Bulldoze, because I initially... Spirit Breakers used to get a huge power spike whenever the charge move speed talent was reached, which I think it was level 20 or maybe 25. I think it was 20. And now you get that built in because Bulldoze will boost your move speed mid-charge. And it's so quick to get from one side of the map to the other that oftentimes carries will be like, okay, I saw a Spirit Breaker on the other side of the map like a good, 5 seconds ago, so I should be good for like another 12 seconds until he shows up. But between like a smoke and a Bulldoze, you can cover a lot of ground very, very quickly as a Spirit Breaker these days. And even beyond that, Bulldoze does give status resistance as well. So I think the hero is slept on, but it's a little bit difficult to figure out where to lane him. And I think that's the main reason why he's not very popular.
He doesn't have the crazy stats which heroes like Nyx Assassin have to trade with as well, and considering he's got no real harassing spells, it does make him a little bit weak in the laning phase, and considering the lanes are so important right now, that is a big factor. But when you've got this Morphling, Oracle, and Razor to go along with him, your lanes are looking pretty good regardless. Like, these are good lane-dominating heroes, so they definitely feel like they can squeeze the Spirit Breaker in cheekily, and we'll see if Team Empire will be able to punch them for that.
I am curious if the Spirit Breaker is going to be like rotating between lanes frequently, or if he's just going to park himself in one lane and, I don't know, try to get a lot of experience. Because I think whenever Spirit Breaker was last kind of popular, it was almost like in the era of dual mids, and that's not really a thing anymore. Not that it should be a thing in this game either, because Razor and Puck are both very, very independent mids that don't really need that much help. So yeah, I am very, very interested to see how most likely EGM will be playing this.
Yeah. Running at people, I guess. It's usually what this guy does.
Do you get the Orb of Venom anymore? That used to be a big thing.
Yeah, I think you will. Especially with a Razor on your team, and now with Batrider as well. That Orb of Venom just becomes super valuable.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's going to be a Batrider Spirit Breaker lane, it looks like, unless they're doing something crazy with the Bat and mid, but I highly doubt it. You might as well just shove the Razor mid versus the Puck. It's not an issue. Although I know the Puck does not lane well versus Batrider.
10 seconds remaining.
That's tough for Puck.
We'll see what they decide to do. It would be interesting if they put the Batrider mid, and I think they probably should, because Spirit Breaker Razor lane sounds really good, even versus a Lifestealer Wyvern.
Yeah, I think they are opting, because it was the last game that they sent. No, it was the previous series where they ideally sent the Razor against. Oh, it was the Phantom Assassin, so it was the previous series. So it is going to be EGM on the Spirit Breaker and Pink Pincheck on the Razor. Shash on the Batrider.
Okay. So it doesn't look like there's going to be anything crazy unless they just want to.
Yeah, a little bit more traditional.
Yeah, I think so. Unless
also Kodos is going to be playing Queen of Pin, so never mind. It's not a mid puck.
No, they'll put the. Oh, that's.
So support puck.
Support puck. Okay.
Well, then I don't think Puck is that great against Morphling. I mainly like Puck against Morphling if it's given a lot of farm, because you are able to, Morphlings are sitting around with like 600 HP and a Morbid Mask thinking everything's hunky-dory, but Puck with a Blink Dagger can very, very quickly converge onto a Morphling and make the jungle not a safe place to farm. But in a support role, I mean, yes, Queen of Pain can also kind of fulfill that, but she's not a very good hero in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I mean, the leash is a really nice mechanic to have on your team. Does do well versus Morphling and the Spirit Breaker as well. Also, the bat to an extent, just keeping him from going in with this lasso. But at the same time, there's a lot of catch for the puck. He's not going to have a lot of health in this position. There's so much just spread damage going to be thrown out all over the place with this plasma field, the flames, with the Morphling just flying around the fights in the waveform. I reckon he's just going to end up dying quite a lot, but we shall see. We shall see. Obviously, Empire have done this before. They're very confident in Sayu as a player, and this has to have been a call which he made himself, because otherwise they wouldn't have picked it. So, going to be interesting to watch this puck being played out. And yeah, we'll see the Doom in the off lane, Queen of Pain at mid, and of course Dream on his lifesteal in the safe lane again. Seeing if he can replicate the same success they had last game, of course, this time. Hopefully, there will be no disconnects from the Poshka. We can only pray.
Oracle is not a hero you can afford to disconnect on. Bane, you can kind of get away with it. Oracle, not so much. At least Dream does have vehicles, even if the puck isn't going to be given a farm priority. Dooms are often getting Blink Daggers these days, and Queen of Pain obviously inherently is going to prove to be a viable vehicle for a lifestealer, so yeah, they have prepared themselves. It's just, I don't know, I'm not a fan. Even Singularity were expecting it to be a mid puck, because they banned out Grimstroke as their final ban, so I don't know, we'll see what they can do with it. Puck's rolling out of the base with the Blightstone and EGM Stout Shield, so no Orb of Venom quite yet.
Okay. Looking to get a bit of face tank going on.
Yeah, the hero is still very, very tanky. Yeah. 4 armor, nearly 800 HP.
Yeah, good health regen as well, but not one of these crazy high traders. Yeah. Close though, pretty close. Now looks like they're kind of rotating down to the bottom lane here on Singularity. This is interesting. Watch them kind of conga line down to the bottom side of the map. Wondering what they're trying to achieve down here. Maybe get a sneaky kill onto the Wyvern. They have not got any vision down, and the Radiant actually do have a ward down here, which is gonna spot out any movement here from Singularity if they go through the river. But they're gonna make eyes with EGM right now, and Archangel gonna see a hero either side and go, oh, I need to get myself away. He can level up Arctic Burn if he wants to, or he can just eat his way through the trees. That's fine as well. Yeah, I'm gonna make his way out.
Don't know if they're gonna offensive try this on Singularity, but it's not a bad idea, because Batrider can solo against the puck or the Doom, even though it'll most likely be the Doom. Although Shashlo's moving around now, so I don't know what the plan is for Singularity. I thought an offensive try would be fine.
Yeah, it's
because it would have been Oracle, Morphling, and Spearbreaker up against Lifestealer, and then maybe a puck and a Wyvern, and I would feel that would come out in favor of the Morphling Oracle tri-line, but still some rotations going on. Seiyu does now confirm that Excalibur's up top. And oh man, these right clicks. This Blightstone right clicks.
Doing so much work, and just going to illusory orb himself away. And get himself to a bit of safety here as he just basically brings Excalibur down to like 100 HP, but of course when he's full agi that doesn't quite count.
So instead they get Batrider. Okay, now Oracle's going top.
Okay, this is kind of the lane matchup I expected all along. Yeah, well, if Jerry stays, that's not what I expected. Maybe just waiting for level 2 and then he'll charge up top, maybe stop at mid in the way. I'm not too sure. Singularity, they're playing around a bit of 4D chess with the lanes right now, but we'll see how that works out for them. In the meantime, though, they're kind of doing this Batrider versus Lifestealer thing again, which didn't really work out too well for them last time.
Yeah, Shashlo got abused by Dream. Well, not abused, but like it was a free 1v1 for Dream pretty much, and now in this situation, Black Archangel is more than willing to assist.
Yeah, Shashlo taking a fair amount of harass there as the Wyvern and the Lifestealer come forwards and just take chunks out of him here, bringing him down to half HP actually. So Shashlo just knowing that he needs to be careful, and that's an immediate rage from the Lifestealer as well as Shashlo tries to go for the Firefly down on the creeps here, just to try and farm these up nice and quickly and get himself some safety. Might be trying to suicide on a tower after this if he can find one. Like getting there without attracting the attention of Archangel is going to be kind of difficult.
Well, previously, the Earth Spirit was around to interrupt any creep cutting shenanigans by by the Batrider, and this time I don't really think anyone's mobile enough to stop Batrider that easily.
Yeah.
You could do Puck, but even Puck like doesn't have any sort of TP cancel until Dream Coil comes out, so I think he will be able to get away with a little bit more this game than he did last game on the Batrider.
I think so, yeah. And with these 2 mangoes as well, it means he doesn't have to do any suicidal running out of lane shenanigans just yet. He'll just keep on flying these creeps up. Interesting that Dream keeps popping this rage to try and chase him down here. I'm not too sure. Well, he did get the deny from it, so I guess that's something.
I mean, he's getting stick charges galore. Might as well use them, as Ping Vinchek is taking a ton of damage between this Shadow Strike and this Arctic Burn in the mid lane.
Wow, yeah, he's super low. Meanwhile, OGM, no, I'm not going to come through. Oh, he's going to come charging through the middle lane, always entertaining, but that's not the case. So look at the CS right now. It's currently Morphling on the top spot with 13 and 7, with Kodos just behind. All very close between these top 4 heroes right now. Nobody really pulling ahead significantly hard, except maybe in the Doom falling behind a bit here at top. That is thanks to the presence of the Spirit Breaker, who is now charging in onto Sayu here. Sayu does have a illusory orb though, so we'll be able to dodge it. He times it right. Well, not dodge it, but yeah, get himself way out. Phase shift. Comes off cooldown. Nice little dodge there from Sayu, and Jerry going to take a bit of harass for this as well. Yeah, really interesting that they're still going to keep up on this tri-lane, so they really feel confident with their Batrider not being contested by this Wyvern down here at bottom.
That and what can the Spirit Breaker really do to contribute?
Yeah,
he's not he's not going for that Orb of Venom. He went for the boots first, Jerry, so as a result, he's not really able to trade with anyone. You might as well just try to fish for kills elsewhere. Although the problem is Infernal Blade is so good against him, because he has such a high HP pool. Infernal Blade does so much damage to him, because it's a percentage of max HP.
Yeah. Well,
so he just straight up TP's out.
Yep, TP back to base. Do they have any items to drop on him? No, not really. And the middle lane, we have, of course, the Razor versus Queen of Pain. This is generally considered... Well, I mean, it used to be a very Queen of Pain favoured matchup, to be honest, because you can just blink away like that. And it does look like the Razor's the one pulling ahead, though. I think the changes to Razor means that it's not such a big deal anymore. I'm actually surprised he got a point in the static link, to be honest. I guess it does force her to blink back, which is definitely something, but...
It forces her to skill blink, at least at a minimum.
Yeah.
So it's not just all Scream and Dagger.
Yeah, you kind of trade your skill points there, and... Of course, when you rotate, you always want to have that static link available, so it does make sense. EGM going to try and just run through the heroes here, and gets denied, by the Wyvern here. Damn, EGM nearly made the plays, but yeah, unfortunately does get that taken out from under his nose, and it's just going to be 3 bounty runes going to Empire and 0 for Singularity. That sucks. No extra income at 5-minute mark.
Yeah, Razor's not enthusiastic about that turn of events. EGM places a fairly deep ward inside the Radiant jungle, although I don't think Lifestealer is going to care about transitioning into the jungle anytime soon. He's doing just fine in the lane as Shashlo now getting TP'd on.
Oh, Jerry going to come and
Queen
save
of Pain
the
wants
day.
the free kill, but...
Enough? I don't think it
denied
is.
by the neutrals, denied by the Spirit Breaker.
Spirit Breaker, going for it. He's going for it. Oh, he messed it up. EGM chokes under the pressure and could be in some trouble himself as Queen of Pain's coming in again for this one. But there's a charge. Jerry trying to get himself away with a scream. It interrupts it, although it does stun him straight back up to the high ground. But yeah, Archangel's here to find him and gets the kill with the Splinter Blast. Nicely done by the Queen of Pain. Oh, that's a real painful series of events for Singularity there, as they lose both their Batrider and their Spirit Breaker in quite the tragedy down here. And Queen of Pain finding her momentum.
That is the Sonic wave being spent for basically the second lowest net worth hero in the game, but still, it was a cute interaction, and I mean, I don't really think Kodos really wanted to do anything else with that Sonic Wave. He's not going to be able to kill Razor anytime soon with it, so might as well just spend it.
That's the point I was about to make, because Razor's actually coming up top here. He's got an ultimate which got popped for farming purposes, I believe. But there's now 4 heroes rotating around this top lane. I think they need to find a kill onto this Doom. That is the hero they're going to go for there, as the stun comes out from Maposhka, and they get the kill onto the Doom pretty easily there. Worth it? I think so.
Yeah, Ping Vinchek was farming with Eye of the Storm, so he TP'd immediately back to mid, so it wasn't really that big of a time commitment for him to do it.
Yeah, just a quick kill pickup, and they got great rollout to get back to the rest of the lane, farm the map more efficiently. So it's not like some lineups where if you rotate 4 heroes in to kill one person and nobody's got any like decent mobility, then
yeah, and then you're just like, maybe we turn it into a push now, and then you start banging your head against a tier 1, not being able to do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Charge on top. Excalibur, though, taking quite a bit of damage. But Razor's back.
Yeah, he's
this is when, as the offlaner, you're like, mid is missing again. Hello?
Yeah, Maiden will be going down. Oh, no. Though Empire
Kodos
maybe?
is running, though.
Yeah, Kodos has come in on
wave,
this
though.
one. Yeah, Jerry's got the rollout if he needs to. Oh my god, that is a slow charge. There we go. The slows run out and he does kind of get his momentum up. But that was like, oh, he's coming. I like the way everybody kind of split off and didn't want to get in the path of getting stunned, and then he was just like, oh,
it was like a cartoon when you see the characters like revving up their feet before they go in for a run or something like that, and then they start running so slowly.
Yes, yeah. Jerry, giving us some comical Dota moments. Well, Shashlo will just keep on fireflying this jungle, making most of this firefly as he can.
Oh, he gets all the way jungle creeps. Although now his firefly is timed out, but this one.
Yep, TP himself
I
away,
guess Dream is just going to go for the
no
same
problem.
build as last time.
Yeah, I don't
Midas
see
and the
why
Radiance.
And also the Batrider going for the Boots of Travel.
Whoa.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Excalibur goes down to Kodos here. That was just a cheeky scream from the shadows, catching out a full Agid morph there.
Morphling's morph is on cooldown though. So did he like turn into Queen of Pain or something? It's now Bopper's in trouble.
Away. The lasso comes out. Jerry comes in with the stun as well, and the right click will finish the job. Kodos brought down, and that is the first lasso of the game going to good use there by the Batrider.
What was Morph even doing, Ned? Unless he thought he could get a kill on Quap? I don't know. I don't know how Excalibur ended up mid. Even less so know how he died, but he goes down and 2 heroes are still on the top lane for Empire. Unfortunately, they're not very good at pushing, so they can't really take advantage of this completely empty lane, but at least Maiden can farm some jungle camps and Puck can get some lane experience.
Excalibur trying to find up the lifestealer here. Lifestealer goes for the Infest Bomb, which was curious. I would call that. Why did you do that? 150 damage? Was it really enough to bring down the Morph?
You never know. This Queen of Pain's creeping in the DMs right now. Although Morph kind of suspects he wants to get this 10-minute rune.
Yeah, he's got the waveform, and Kodos comes in front. Uh-oh, Excalibur needs to get himself away. Meanwhile, up at top, they'll take all the runes on the side of Singularity up here. Just waiting around, cooking it up a little bit, saving it for the bottle pack. No, there's no bottle. They're just waiting.
I don't know why Singularity are moving around so much. Like, Excalibur's taken a tour of every single lane. Razor's constantly going top, which is fine because he's been getting kills, but they don't have a very good pushing team. They have a very bad pushing team, actually.
Yeah.
So they're like 3-man farming the jungle now. Razor's taken over top. Mid is completely unused, and this is the 10-minute catapult wave, and no one's doing anything with it.
Yeah, to be fair, both teams have terrible push. Like, there is not an ounce of push in this game.
True, but I would favor the team that's planning on building a Midas then, which is Dream's Lifestealer. Right. And obviously Devour,
Radiance, yeah.
which has been maxed out by Maiden on the Doom. Lasso? Not gonna happen, doesn't have no. And no follow-up.
It's got a regen rune in the old bottle here. It's just pumping out that mana, making them stacks, and we'll get himself right back up to full. Save himself a trip to base. Uh-oh, this Doom's in trouble with his damage being sapped away, and the ultimate in from Jerry as well. Maiden is down. Archangel though comes in with the ultimate, and nicely done by Mephoshka there to just disarm his teammate and help him out. Jerry will make it out alive. Down in the bottom lane. Looks like they're setting up onto Excalibur here. Let's see if they can make anything happen. Although Shashlo's in the trees as well.
He's getting charged,
they've got the charge on Puck. And look at this. Batrider's trying to bait out the Puck, see if Puck will like orb forwards or something, but it's not really working too well. Well, there's that orb coming down. Shashlo has managed to pull this one off, it looks like, and Dream's actually the one taking a ton of damage. Excalibur though denies the wrong creep, but the Doom comes out onto Morphling here, and he is very low on HP right now. Meanwhile, the damage drain coming onto Maiden once again, gonna die in the same way as before. Lasso comes out onto the Lifestealer to drag him out of this one, but the Doom's still going down all the same. Now the look towards Dream as the damage coming down. Singularity chasing the charge forwards as well. The bash in, and Dream is gone for. Meanwhile, Meanwhile, Saya will sink off into the back lines, but Kodos, oh no, he's in the wrong neighborhood. Singularity find another one, and they just get themselves 3 huge kills in the bottom lane, and it didn't cost them much at all. Even looking for more Shashlo here. Getting silenced up, but chasing the orb. Orb is not the one to be chased. Sayu going for the TP out. I don't think that's going to happen, especially with Jerry flying in. Doesn't even need the stun, though. Sayu goes down to Shashlo's flames. And Team Empire, well, they just get their eggs poached here in the bottom lane. And that is going to be them losing a tower for it at the very least.
Miposhka is definitely not disconnected this game. Him being able to save that Morphling on the edge of death. Being able to put out the Fate's Edict, making sure that he didn't take any damage from the Screen of Pain, then immediately go for the False Promise right after, and Excalibur gets away from almost certain death after that Doom.
Well, Dream comes in. He is being charged up here. It's kind of weird how Dream just keeps running at Excalibur, hitting him a bunch of times, and then going their separate ways. I mean, he's got a Morbid Mask in Excalibur, right? Yeah, so he's just going to regen all the same. Unless he's just going to regen all the same. He's just burning both their time, but I guess when you got a Midas, it's alright. Sometimes it just feels good to hit people.
Yeah. You know, if you make them morph a little bit of strength, then you're like, aha. Slower for half a second now.
Kodos doesn't manage to get the blink off here, and now with the stun and with the right click as well, but Kodos manages to blink away and will bottle herself up to safety. Though Batrider is still chasing pretty hard right now. There will be another blink available in 7 seconds. We're just going to go for the TP out on Kodos. If Shashlo chased there, he would have got the last 2. That was actually very risky from the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, although he didn't have Firefly, so I don't know if he would have had the timing. Although he does have BOTs and Drum. This is the kind of pressure that Singularity were kind of failing to apply last game. Granted, I'm sure their timings were messed up by having one player disconnected for this phase of the game, but this is like the exact kind of dominance that needs to be asserted against a Lifestealer who's going such a greedy build. You know, he's gone for the Midas. At this point, you can be pretty confident that he's going to go for the Radiance after this, and so might as well dominate their half of the map if you know that he's not going to be an issue.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Sayu getting charged up in the middle lane. We'll probably be able to dodge. Oh, doesn't dodge this one. Jerry was actually surprised by that, but he now gets leashed himself, and with all of Empire coming on top of him here, he is very much dead. Jerry, he goes for a charge, too many in the middle lane, and will pay the ultimate price to Singularity. Well, they're still going to try and hang around this area here. They're not willing to give up any of the map to Empire just yet. At least not until this Lifestealer has his Radiance and becomes a threat. But until then, as you say, Singularity just looking to dominate the map and put as much pressure onto Empire as they can.
Unfortunately for them, it's pressure on the side of the map that Lifestealer is not on. The problem is if you've invested this much into Vision, then you don't want to be like, let's leave and go find the Lifestealer instead. You want to stick around here and be like, well, we put all these wards, you know, maybe someone's going to come in here. But as a result, Dream is getting solo experience, solo farm, making his way closer and closer to that Radiance, although it does look like Shashlo is getting close to finding something, but not quite.
Yeah, always on the hunt.
Now Razor retreats, so immediately Lifestealer will mirror the movement and be like, great, I get control of my jungle back. And all of Radiant immediately starts counter-warding it, because once the most dominant force, which is the Razor's gone, then you can go for the Spirit Breaker. You can get all your
Jerry in some trouble again. Silenced up, no charge away for him, and he's just going to get brought down by the side of Empire in the river. Sayu and Kodos getting to work.
I think this is like a lesson that a lot of supports often make, and it's that they're like, oh man, you know, like, offensive vision is always good. There's no situation in which it's not good to place a ward as deep as possible. But if you can't take advantage of that vision, then there's really no point. So if you have so much map control, then you like sit around there, but then as soon as you leave, it's all going to get evaporated by sentry wards.
Evaporating wards. Sounds troublesome.
Dude, it just vaporizes. It's 1 minute on the map, and then immediately gone. Well, Shashlo still wants something. They still have one ward down here, so
yeah,
get what little they can.
Definitely making the best use out of it as they can. As going for the Black Angel here, throws him in with a flame break, and actually he's already got 3 stacks of sticky napalm on the guy. He's just going to die off to the flames. Does get that ultimate off, holding Batrider still. The Infernal Blade comes down. Poshka trying to help him out here. Will throw down that ultimate, but in comes a coil onto both of them here. But Penguin's coming in from the side as well. Jerry comes flying through, stunning up Dream, and now that damage drain is on him. Madden's dropping real low here. He's going to die and release the Lifestealer into the jaws of death. So they'll bring him down, and Oracle once again nullifying the effects of this Doom, doing such a good job for Poshka. Meanwhile,
the Yules cancels it.
And the stun comes in as well. Sayu gone. Did he try and get to the orb?
Yeah, but the Yules came in. I mean, Yules is
Very
2.5 seconds, Illusory Orb's 3 seconds, so you're not really ever going to get that window off. Which, I mean, props to Pim Vinchek for building this item. Even beyond just being able to shut down stuff like that, I think the Dispel is going to be pretty useful against things like the Shadow Strike and just setup in general. So I like the Yules pickup quite a bit.
As well.
Yeah, exactly. Poor Doom. He really did not want to have to Doom the Batrider. He saw the Oracle, like, sitting in the low ground, but he can't walk all the way down there. The cast range and the cast animation are too slow. And now Maiden. Oh, this is a cute combo.
Yeah, and they come with the Oracle Q. Doesn't really do anything, but yeah.
Yeah. In theory, though.
It is cute, I'll give you that. Razor coming into the bottom lane, just trying to chase Puck off the farm a little bit here. Not gonna happen. Need a little bit more than that.
At least they're giving Seiyu some farm. This is usually my biggest concern. If with support Pucks is like the 15 to 25 minute phase where you don't have your useful items. You have spells that are useful, you know, Dream Coil, Illusory Orb, so you can start stuff, but you usually need a Blink Dagger to really execute.
Lifestealer edging closer to this Radiance, which is going to be basically...
Batrider, rods, lassos.
Yeah, Puck in some trouble here. He's actually going to use the coil, and Kodo's actually coming in as well to bully the Batrider here and just breaking that coil, trying to get himself away. Shashlo
Spear Breaker.
uses his own Atos. Meanwhile, oh, nice catch from Jerry there on the backlands to find the Puck, and Kodos will not get the kill on to Shashlo either, which does surprise me a little bit. He had the Scream to work with, but obviously didn't want to overcommit to the Batrider kill.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Things are not great right now for Empire, but this is the way that they typically play around this Midas Radiance from Lifestealer, so he's getting closer. He's
got
I would imagine just like maybe like 2 minutes away from it.
Maybe trying to get himself away. He actually got lassoed, and they didn't get a kill from this. Yeah, another Winter's Curse being used as well. Penguin comes in with the static link, but gets scared away by the Lifestealer. That's happens when you static link anybody other than him, as he is just going to chase down this Razor in every fight. Meanwhile,
Jerry might be a bit too deep.
Gallagher gets himself a tower, but yeah, Jerry,
1 second till charge. Charge.
Ooh, running back the other way into the hero, which the Batrider is actually going on. So Black Angel is actually going to go down here in the screen, but the save from Maposhka keeps Spirit Breaker alive. He's TPing out of this one. He might actually live yet. And now they're turning onto Kodos as well. Maiden taken care of, and Kodos not looking too good either. And Excalibur comes in. He's got the waveform ready. They root him up and take him down. Beautifully done by Team Singularity there as they assassinate the side of Team Empire. What a save from Maposhka. Once again, this dude and his Oracle.
People are not used to playing against Spirit Breaker, that's for sure. It is. I think part of it was also, I don't know if he had activated Bulldoze for the stats resistance, but whatever the case, it's been so difficult for them to finish targets in between the mobility of Spirit Breaker and having to deal with the false promise of Oracle. It's just, you think you have the kill, and you're just like, I just need to commit a little bit more, and then you die.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't believe he actually decided to run to another hero in that fight rather than running away, but it absolutely paid off. I mean, that's just trust in your Oracle, that is. That's like, alright dude, I'm coming to you. You need to come to me. So now a 10-second BKB on the Razor. Kind of crazy that Singularity still took the fight so well, considering the majority of Razor's net worth was in the Courier at the time.
Granted,
Forwards.
Dream's net worth was also just a bunch of gold, and now it's been turned into a Radiance.
Working himself away, but the curse comes out onto Batrider in the middle lane. He might be going down here with the Infest Bomb, and the damage from Archangel will be enough. Excalibur turning into the lifesteal though, now turning back into himself as he tries to bring down Archangel, but meanwhile, Pingvin actually goes down by the shrine here.
BKB. I think he was doomed, so that would explain that.
Yeah, looks like it. There's the ultimate coming out onto Dream here. Singularity is still trying to make this fight happen. They buy back on the Batrider as well, trying to make this happen. Excalibur running forwards once again, raging himself up, open wounds as well. Maiden taken out. Dashlow looking for more, will not be able to get the lasso off onto the Queen of Pain, although Jerry's still chasing. Has he got an ultimate to work with? He does not, but he's got right clicks. Is that going to be enough? No, they don't quite get the lasso in time. A TP out from the Spirit Breaker will keep him alive.
Still a one fight, although the flip side is that Empire were able to get the Razor kill despite having an 8k net worth disadvantage, and so they get more gold out of it, and it costs a Batrider buyback, so overall pretty solid fight for Empire, even though the Doom and the Lifestealer both go down, and now Lasso will come out.
They finally get out onto the Queen of Pain, but they never follow-up damage. The Blast is there, but the Silence comes in, doesn't matter, they've got the damage to bring down Kodos. The Puck unable to stop the death of his mid laner. These are the big kills that matter for Singularity. Taking down Kodos, who is kind of controlling the tempo of the game right now, is really, really important.
Yeah, and he's the most capable of cutting the wave also. And so if they start threatening high ground or something like that, it's usually the Queen of Pain that will start cutting off the creep wave. But she's dead now, and all the lanes are pushing in, although bot is trying to get feverishly pushed out by Dream. Spirit Breaker's on the case though, while the rest of the team starts going top.
I'm not sure he actually wants to collide with this guy though. No, we'll back himself away. Meanwhile, up at top, Archangel actually goes down as Singularity chase under the tower here and find themselves a kill. And now it's a tier 2 going down though. Singularity seem to have a lot of momentum coming out all of a sudden. In a couple of 1 fights in a row, they're currently 7-20 on the scoreline. It's just a lot of kills bleeding out from Empire. What can they do?
Dream's TP is on cooldown, so he has to walk all the way up to top. And Spirit Breaker, if he intercepts him, he can just waste a bunch of Lifestealer's time. Jerry does bump into the Lifestealer.
Hey buddy, how's it going? It's actually going to be Shashville on top of him here. They've got a lasso to work with if they want to go for this. They're kind of considering it. Excalibur's on the side. I'm actually amazed he didn't go for that kill.
Right.
That seems... okay.
Playing it safe.
Yep. I think they're really scared of this Winter's Curse if they lasso him. I mean, Winter's Curse with a Doom and then a Scream follow-up, they're just respecting that.
Yeah.
Lifestealer isn't actually a hero they really want to go on at all. It's got to be one of those heroes who are looking a little bit more tasty. He supports with the big ultimates or the Doom.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
So they're just going to split the map Singularity, take advantage of the fact that they're pretty far ahead and that Empire is scared to come out of their base right now.
Still have a minute on the Aegis as well. I mean, they did take the tier 3, but I would think that they could go for at least one set of racks with this. At least like a melee, I would think, with the Aegis.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
But I suppose Morphling still has plenty of room to grow. Still working on the Scotty.
But yeah, he's getting there. He's getting there. Scotty's such a good item versus the Lifestealer as well. Like this hero hates being kited, and that BKB penetrating slow. It's some good stuff. Some premium grade item buying. And Singularity, I love that they're just controlling this high ground here. It's such an important area, but if you can get control of like this high ground right here, A, it's incredibly difficult for them to attack you because they have to attack you up onto a high ground, and B, you get control of 2 lanes which you can very easily kill from the safety of this high ground with your team behind you. That's going to push in both of these 2 lanes, which just gives your team so much space and really kind of chokes out Team Empire and forces them to pretty much keep at least 3 heroes in this area of the map, which is exactly what we're seeing happen.
And they think they can send one hero to deal with the rest. Wow, Kodos, what a reaction to Yule's the Spear Breaker bot. He may have died if that didn't happen.
We're watching here as they're going up onto the high ground here, and the Leash actually used, and the Doom onto the Razor here. He's popped this BKB and trying to get himself away. Actually, Maposhka, the hero, throws down the ultimate onto the Razor just before he dies. And that'll be Razor getting himself away. There's also a deniable tower here. Well, that was not much
the
damage.
Infernal.
A very loud noise. Jashlo, though, in some trouble. He is going to drop down here. He tried to come around and grab himself a lasso, but as you said, Infernal Blade cancelling out any hopes he had of that. Tower Pingvin, do it. Fulfill your destiny. Oh, he's backing himself away.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Huh. I am surprised that I think the problem was, so basically what was happening is Queen of Pain was pushing bot and Spiritbreaker was charging bot, but it wasn't just the Spiritbreaker. Batrider was like, oh sweet, you're charging the Queen of Pain bot, I'll come too, and then we can get a kill on the Queen of Pain. And I guess somehow Empire saw that Batrider left and went bot, and that's why they started immediately reacting on that high ground that Singularity were so dominantly holding for so long. As soon as they lost a few of their ranks, Empire seized the opportunity and get a fair amount of map control out of it. Take mid tier 1, take top tier 1. Still, you know, fairly down in net worth, but there's no Aegis that they have to worry about right now. It's already been reclaimed, and now Black Archangel may be the victim of the smoke.
I mean, I don't think he cares, really. I think he probably knows they smoked and he's just pushing out the lane going like, yep, waste time to kill me. Thank you very much. I would absolutely love that to happen, but doesn't look like they're going to take the bait as they hang around. And this is going to be the tower taking a fair amount of damage. I wouldn't be surprised to see Archangel coming out and just hitting the tower or blasting the creep wave again. He's actually going to TP back down here. They get the quick kill onto Kodos, in fact, with the ultimate from the Spirit Breaker, which is pretty big.
Kodos really needs this Lincoln Sphere.
Yeah, he's been
He
caught
does
out
not
so
have
much.
buyback.
No, currently sitting 4 and 5. 5 deaths throughout this mid game, which is very, very costly on a Queen of Pain. She wants to be the one controlling this game, as we talked about. She wants to be the one going around getting these kills, forcing Singularity to react to her, but instead they're just killing her. And once she's dead, as you see, Singularity do what they want. They don't have any damage without her.
And they have no easy way to get Lifestealer into the fight either, once the Queen of Pain is dead. Puck isn't really tanky enough to initiate like that.
He's got the
does have a
blink, so I
blink
think he can. But yeah, you want someone who can fight alongside him afterwards as well. You don't want someone who's just going to drop him off and just disappear. See ya. So... yeah, very, very careful game being played by Singularity as well. But of course, they have this Morphling, so they feel like they can take it slow. And looking at these net worths, it's not really much of a surprise. Although Dream will always be farming no matter what, because he's got this Midas, and because the other core in the game doesn't really care that much about creeps. You know, Queen of Pain, much more a hero killer rather than a creep killer, and that does open up the map a lot for your other core in this situation when you're pretty choked off the map.
And Doom went Midas too, so
nice.
Between Devourer and his own Midas, he is going to be able to scale fairly well. Going for a BKB of his own, a little bit surprising. I don't really think it's entirely necessary for the Doom to get a BKB, but he is dealing a fair amount of damage. Like we said, with the Infernal Blade scaling off of max HP, it's going to be very effective against Ping Vinchek, who has built a Satanic, which builds out of a Reaver, which means that he has 2.4k HP on a Razor. So each Infernal Blade right click does a lot of damage.
Yeah, it does, but you know, he can heal off at least. Meanwhile, the stun comes in. They've got Dream this time as the ultimate comes through from EGM as well. They've got that side link snacking away at him, and the Scatty slowing him down. Dream doesn't stand a chance. Lifestealer taken away, and talking about being taken away, Doom is lassoed up and dragged back into the team. Doesn't stand a chance. Madden gets deleted by Excalibur and the rest of Singularity, and they're not done.
I would guess that's the Shadowblade reveal from the Spear Breaker. So
he's charged preemptively to this creep before the puck even started TPing. Oh, he just wanted the runes. Okay. I thought this was some like next level catch here, but unfortunately that was not the case.
If Puck had a Lincoln, it may have been. Although Dream Coil still gets forced out.
Ripping off the bandage. Jerry sees him stun.
Oh my god, he's so fast.
This Spirit Breaker flies towards the puck, but doesn't quite get the stun off in time. But they're fine with it. You know, puck kept busy whilst Excalibur will take Roshan, Aegis, and Cheese drop down. And that's going to mean no threat of any Roche Steel shenanigans going on from the side of Empire. Nice safe Roshan taken from Singularity. Just playing a very calculated game. Objective to objective. Not getting carried away with anything. Oh, thank you.
How convenient.
Yeah. How convenient indeed. Imagine just seeing a double damage, just dropping your bottle next to it and sending your carry over in that direction. That's how much map control they have.
Yeah. And he's about to hit level 20 on this Morphling also, which means he's going to get the waveform attacks targets.
I think it's fairly obvious how much map control you have when you start using the map as shelves for your items. storage space is all this is to us.
It's all coming together.
Oh, Singularity coming up onto the high ground now. This is going to be their attempt to break this base.
Good lord, the damage.
Around the back lines, they're going for something here as the Doom comes out onto the Razor. Empire trying to make the initiations, but the lasso is going to kind of ruin this as the... Oh, nice call coming out onto the Spirit Break here, but Kodos in some trouble, making herself away, just about going to survive. Archangel, so far the only casualty of this fight, but with Excalibur coming up that double damage, way too much damage for the Kodos to survive there. Excalibur changing between forms will just take care of these towers. Sayu spotted in the trees. Jerry comes flying in, but a nice little jump, and the GG is called. And a disconnect from the Lifestealer. So they just go next. Didn't really feel like there was much chance of this, even with the buybacks coming out. They didn't want to take that last fight.
I don't know. I kind of don't like how Empire itemized, or rather gave farm priority. Like, I don't think Doom should have gone for a Midas of his own, because someone needed to frontline for the Lifestealer. And usually that's the Doom's role, but this time, like, Dream was always... We didn't even really see that many Lifestealer bombs, so everyone was just kind of doing their own thing. Like, Seiyu was trying to find his Blink Dagger, Maiden was farming up everything with his Midas and Blink, Dream was trying to push out waves, and whenever Dream wasn't pushing out wave, Kodos was trying to push out waves on his Queen of Pain. And so there was no real team fight ever from Empire. And usually whenever you have, like, a Winter's Curse and a Dream Coil, you'd think that team fight would be in their spades to be able to just, you know, doom one target and then get Dream Coil or some sort of curse setup or the other way around. But Empire were never really able to find that. They were just constantly getting picked off by either the Batrider or the Spirit Breaker. And props to EGM also. Jerry was doing a great job making Empire feel very, very under pressure and very, like, they never were able to group up because they were constantly just split up because of the Spirit Breaker constantly being able to find everyone split pushing.
That Spirit Breaker was legit. Like that he made that hero look so good right now. It's just kind of flying into lanes, you know, getting those just hard disables coming down, stopping the Queen of Pain from TPing around anywhere was so important. I couldn't believe the Queen of Pain just couldn't get off that blink whilst Jerry was on top of her like that. It was very, very good at Spirit Breaker plays from EGM there. And yeah, Kodos super struggling there. It was kind of an even laning phase for Kodos against the Razor at mid. It was kind of what we expected and what we said would happen, but Kodos didn't do a thing. Like, he just died a lot. And I think that was more to do with Singularity just singling him out, going like, okay, well, you know, Lifestealer, he's got this Midas, he's got this Radiance, but we know that that's not going to be enough to win them the fight. That's not enough damage. They need this Queen of Pain to deliver on the damage. They've got disables until the end of the earth with the Silence on the Puck, with the Doom, with the Winter's Curse. But if they can't follow it up, if they've got nothing to follow it up with, then it's not going to be an effective team. And that's what they realized that, and they just hunt down Kodos relentlessly on Team Singularity, recognizing that with the Spirit Breaker they can lock her down long enough easily to kill her. The last two if needed as well, of course, and that was basically the main strategy behind Team Singularity, including, of course, just taking full map control. And Maposhka, of course. I wouldn't be able to debrief without mentioning Maposhka on this Oracle, making some fantastic clutch. Fully connected. This guy is online, and then some. I don't know what he's fed his router, but I want to feed mine some of it as well, because, yeah, this guy saving everybody, left, right, and center. Doom wasn't working. This guy's like, is Doom on? Did I Doom anybody this game? I didn't get a single kill from that, because Maposhka is just constantly there, making the plays, making the saves. Beautiful gameplay from him, and a really nice tight game from Team Singularity. Definitely going back to what we're used to seeing from them, and we'll see if they can pull off more than that in game number 3 coming up very shortly. My name is Nomad. He's been Tsunami, and we'll be back with some more grand finals action here in the BTS Spring Cup.